Hey, today's episode is a classic case of do what I say and not what I do.
Do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, hang on, turkey.
Because I do a lot of the opposite of what I'm going to tell you to do today when it comes to designing and selling merch.
In such a way that it ensures a massive public battle every 4 to 5 years to drum up press for merch sales.
Hey everybody, I'm Saul Colt, the host of the License to Print Money show powered by Spreadshop. The goal of the show, for as long as they let me do it, is to show creative people how to make money from their creative life. So I hope you've subscribed. We're keeping our end of the bargain. Maybe you could smash that bell and give us a like, because every Tuesday and Friday we cover ways to generate income from your creative life. You know, everything from growing audiences, the nuances of each platform, launching a podcast, which I keep promising, but it's coming, and most importantly, the secret of selling merch. So, speaking of merch, the show is sponsored by Spreadshop. I've had a Spreadshop for over a decade, and in my opinion, they're the very best online solution for selling all kinds of merch like clothing, bags, and all sorts of things. That's my personal testimonial. Now I'm going to read, or I will read a proper ad, later in the video. So today I want to get serious about selling and designing merch that sells. And like I said in the opening, I break a lot of these rules on purpose.
Hey, pretty girls can break the rules.
And you can too if you want, but I'll tell you what you should do and what I do so you can decide really what's best for you. First and foremost, merch is a brilliant way to monetize your online presence. Sure, super chats and sponsored posts can bring in money, but all that is cool, but you can sell merch right away before you're eligible for monetization on any of the platforms, and it is a direct connection between you and your dedicated fan base. If anybody makes an effort to buy something from you, they're outing themselves as a super fan, and that's the whole goal of all of this, is to find your super fans and build more of them. Plus, merch is a great way to diversify your income streams. Even if you've earned monetization, it is always smart to have more multiple streams of income because, social media is always changing. The rules could change at any time on any platform, and maybe just the platform you're doing the best on might get bought by someone who makes it impossible for you to get views without paying for them.
Gentlemen of the board, the man who sits before you, the once infamous evil genius, is entirely cured.
What?
Really, anything can happen, but merch is something you can control. Another thing that's cool about merch is it's a creative playground. Are you an artist? Are you a photographer? Are you a wordsmith? Designing beautiful or hilarious, thought-provoking, or just downright awesome merchandise can be an art form in itself.
I love your shirt.
It's a chance to express your unique voice in a new medium, and your fans will appreciate the effort and originality. So here are a few of the things that I think are super important when you want to get serious about your merch. The very first two things I believe you should do is open an absolutely free Spreadshop store so you have a place and a merch partner. There are more places than just Spreadshop to design and create merch, but Spreadshop's my favorite, so if you want to use another one, you're going to have to Google them if you want to find them. The other thing I would do right away, even before I have a single shirt design, is I want to grab an easy URL for my shirt store so that it's simple for people to buy my merch. Spreadshop gives you a unique URL, but I wanted a short one to use, and I bought I Love Saul, ilovesaul.com to sell shirts. It's an easy to remember, and it's kind of what my store is all about, And here's the thing that where I say do as I say and not as I do, but my store is all about shirts with my face on them. I do this because I think it's funny. I sell a few, not a crazy amount, but if you love me, you'll buy one. So why is this a bad idea? Well, if you really want to sell a lot of merch, you should follow some of the previous advice I gave you about making your content about your community. This goes for your merch too. What are they going to care about? What are you known for, and what overlaps? Is there a shirt you can make that references being an influencer and a car lover? Is there a way that you could blend, being a dentist and something else? I've seen a bunch of people who have blended religion and exercise. Find that thing that you're known for that people will also see themselves as a part of. This will help with sales because they don't need to love you to buy something if it clicks with them. Or you can try selling Saul shirts and see if it goes better for you than it does for me. And if you do, let me know. I'd be curious.
All the girls have bought one for their daughters.
The next thing, it sounds so obvious, but your designs better be worth buying. AKA, they need to be cool.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So if you're not a skilled graphic designer, I would suggest hiring somebody to help you. There are a lot of ways to find people to create designs. Call your local art schools. Reach out to comic book artists you like. The indie ones, independent artists will be way more affordable. You can use platforms like Fiverr, and they're great, but I think forming a relationship with somebody is way cooler, a way cooler way to go about it. They'll get to know you, know what you like, and that makes working together easier. As well, social media is so easy to find people and start a conversation. When you are working with somebody, make sure your images are high resolution and they meet all the requirements of the platform you've chosen to use. There's nothing more frustrating than getting told, can't upload this image, it's too high res, or it doesn't meet the parameters or dimensions. Once you have your designs, and the more the better, pop them all into your Spreadshop and start picking what merch you want to sell. I think shirts are the best place to start, but people also love bags and hats and things like that. One thing you need to know is when you start to make your shirts, I always suggest selecting the highest quality shirts because your merch is a reflection of you and your brand. The reason I say this is because Spreadshop has shirts in every price range and quality level, but your star in your merch should also be, a star, or at least of star caliber. I always tell people, if your merch is cool, you should have a small inventory to hand out to people as appropriate. I give people a mystery bag of goodies for every pitch meeting I participate in. And people, with me, they get a shirt, some stickers, and again, all with my face on it. I even made pillowcases one time that said, "I'm sleeping with Saul," and it had my face on it. Those were a big hit when I gave them out at business meetings. I have a really strange brand. But guess what? Here's the thing. Having a merch store is cool. But if you don't tell anybody, no one will know. And then if nobody knows, nobody's going to buy anything. I have a store link in my email signature. It's on my website. I have ilovesaul.com stickers that I place all over the place when I'm out and about. And I post new designs all the time on social media. And of course, I wear my own merch pretty close to every day. I'm not wearing one today, which is kind of ironic that I'm making this video, but my shirts are my uniform. And since my merch is all about me, it's a great conversation starter because people assume I'm either a celebrity or a psycho.
Anyway, she said it was Silence of the Lambs meets Psycho.
And, that line is probably pretty close together. But as I always say, if I won't wear my own stuff, why would anyone else? And speaking of people buying my stuff, when I see sales,
Someone bought one.
these people become some of my absolute favorite people. I send them a very personal thank you, and I ask them to please let me know when and if they post anything online with the shirts. And, I tell them I'll repost it to my community. I ask if I can add them to my mailing list and let them know if anything new is coming out. And I also offer a big discount one time a year to all the people on my list. My motives are to get as much product out there with my URL, and it isn't really to make a lot of money. I want to make money on the other stuff I do. So I give away a lot of shirts at cost, so they don't cost me money. If people buy them at cost, or I actually buy a lot of shirts and give them away, so I'm getting traction and they're always out there. So those are kind of, the way to really sort of tackle this whole merch design thing. I tell you guys all the time, stay edgy, stay authentic, and most importantly, keep on creating, and keep creating for your Spreadshop store. So what is Spreadshop? If you don't know by the end of this video, I might be out of a job, but Spreadshop is the ultimate solution for creating and selling custom merchandise online. Spreadshop offers an exclusive range of very high quality products, including t-shirts, hoodies, hats, bags, etc., etc. I could go on and on and on. All you have to do is upload your designs to your absolutely free store, and Spreadshop takes care of all the heavy lifting. No need to worry about production, inventory, or fulfillment. All you have to do is visit Spreadshop.com today and tell them Saul sent you. And if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, send it to a friend. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips to fuel your creative success, and also, keep creating, and put in the comments your shirts, your shirt links to buy them, and maybe I'll buy a couple shirts.
Guys, I'm going to be selling merch back there.